Well, it's now Tuesday, August 24. A bit late coming down. It's now 7:15, and I'm fishing a peg of blanks on last time I was here. But after that fish last night, hopefully might be something a little bit more interesting this time. Again, large numbers of these longhorn sedges coming off the water, so this is the time when barbel will be coming out. There are 3 other anglers fishing here, and one's had a couple of small fish further downstream. So they are feeding, and let's hope that they're feeding on what I'm offering. That'll be a good thing. So hopefully we'll have a barbel on the bank later. There's a young chap fishing further down. He's got a massive bandage on his right hand, and he was telling me he was bitten by an insect here last week. Swelled up alarmingly, went to hospital. He ended up carving a great lump out of the back of his hand and giving him a skin graft. Something to bear in mind. The other thing which I've noticed is that where the banks have been a little bit wet, there's lots of evidence of rats running about. They're very, very prevalent on river banks. And of course their urine carries Weil's disease. It's a very, very serious illness, and a sizable number of people catch this disease when they're working or enjoying their hobbies round lakes or rivers where rats are prevalent. So very, very careful that you don't stick your fingers in your mouth when you've been messing about on the bank. Very easy if you're eating or drinking to put your fingers near your mouth. If you want to know more about Weil's disease, then obviously the internet is the place to go, where you can discover the symptoms and what to do about it if you get it. It's a big worry. There's a kingfisher just gone in across there. Oh, he's just sitting straight over in the evening sun there. See if I can zoom in on him. He's just absolutely straight across the other side of the river. Well, that was a very pretty sight. Unfortunately, it didn't stay there very long. But anyway, back to the main business of the evening, barbel catching. And, it's been a very strange week on the Swale here. This week there's been a 3-pound eel come out. This afternoon a 7-pound bream came out, and there's a small shoal of bream here, but they are a considerable size. Some of them 8-9 pounds, but they very, very rarely show, least of all when the water is up. They tend to come out when the water is very low and slow moving, and if you're fishing small, you tend to see them. But even more surprising are the numbers of little Tommy Ruff coming out. Funny little fish with a spiky dorsal fin. It looks like a small predator that needs to grow up. Very voracious. And people fishing here with single caster or fishing with pieces of lobworm, they've been pulling them out hand over fist. If you want to get your name in the record book, I don't know what the record is for a Tommy Ruff on the Swale, but I suspect that maybe there isn't one. Maybe if you want your name in the book, come up here and measure the biggest and put it in. They're instantly recognisable because they have an intense blue eye, unlike most other fish whose eyes are quite pale yellow colour. But obviously if you're catching Tommy Ruff and you're going to weigh them, then you need a very, very fine scale to do it, because they only weigh, well, less than an ounce, so you're going to be weighing in drams. A strange unit. I suppose metric it would be grams, so you'd need a very fine metric scale in order to weigh them. Very, very difficult to do. Well, just had a couple of knocks on the bottom rod. I've put the more powerful rod on the bottom rod so that it, because I'm across near those bushes and I certainly don't want it to dive into those bushes. I might have to bully it out. The river is still very low, very peaty. All this rain we promised hasn't arrived. It's been like this for weeks now, and barbel fishing very, very difficult, as everybody on the bank here is experiencing.
Obviously a pilot, is he, or not?
Well, a bit like last night, chatting away, had a huge knock, caused a bit of a panic on that bottom rod. Anyway, sit down now and watch them more carefully. Well, it's now 10 to 9, and apart from that half chance missed, there has been nothing. My friend downstream, he's had one fish about 8 pounds. His fish is much smaller than me. It may be that fishing small, size 12 hooks as opposed to size 7s or 6s is the way to go, and smaller baits instead of 14mm pellets, things around about 10mm. By August, most of the fish will have felt the hook, so they're far, far more wary of anything untoward. And having picked up that half chance and felt the hook probably and dropped it, it's obviously spooked it and away it's gone. So another blank, I'm afraid. Video 14. It'll be quite short, but I'll pad it out with some stuff which I had to leave off video 13 to get it down to the 10 minutes for YouTube. Anyway, I'll leave it there.